Hey guys, today a quick video about things you might want to consider when selecting a DSLR underwater camera housing. Hey guys, Joe here, and today a very exciting day. I just received my new housing for a camera we're going to use on a project this summer. I thought it'd be a good idea to go ahead and take out these components and kind of just shed some thoughts when considering underwater housings, especially for cameras like DSLRs. So I'm actually sitting at my daughter's little table here. Forgive me for that. There's little fishy dudes back here, by the way. This happens to be a housing kit from Aquatica. They are out of Canada. This is the dome for the housing. Most of these housings are going to be kind of an a la carte deal where you need a housing body and accessories to make it work. So in this case, we need a dome for the housing. And that's going to depend on what kind of lenses and things you're going to use. But this dome is a glass dome. Ooh, I hate to take this off, but for showing you guys, I'm going to do that. This allows you, with this air cavity in here in this dome shape, allows you to get those over-under shots. And what I mean by that is a shot where you see below the water and above the water at the same time. These domes like to do this. So something to consider if you want those shots. All right, what else do we got? This is going to be the housing body. Gosh, I really don't want to take it out because it's packed so nice and neat. These are the arms here, pretty cool. Aquatica has used these arms for as long as I can remember. Work real well. These basically attach to the side of the housing. Very sturdy, cool stuff. Of course, there's two of those. Here is a little toolkit that comes with it and all the important paperwork. Very cool. So one thing to consider with your housing is there's a lot of things. One is what it's made of. The Aquatica housing, in this case, is made of aluminum. They machine it out of a block of aluminum and basically do some fancy engineering to make all the controls available on the camera, which is very cool and very important. The aluminum is nice and rugged, holds up well in really tough offshore conditions. You're on a boat, things are bouncing around. You want a housing that's going to be robust, and I think a lot of people don't think about that. Some of the most dramatic forces you're going to put on your housing are during the boat ride in and out of there and the handling of it. Just being offshore in a boat gets pretty violent sometimes. So you definitely want a robust housing. There is the beautiful beast. Boom. So in this case, it is an aluminum housing. There's aluminum metal. That's what the base of it is. There's special coatings on top of it that basically help keep the salt water off of the metal itself. There's even little grease and things in here you can see. And then all these buttons are stainless steel, and behind those buttons are rugged O-rings to keep the water out of the housing. And then if we open this up here, you can see it's two main parts, not counting your port here. Basically the camera slides in, goes on, and you have the seal. This is kind of your major seal. And that's kind of nice and easy. You don't have a whole lot of parts to put together. You slide the camera in, and boom, you are ready to go. So that's something to think about as well, how easy it is to get the camera in and out. That bad boy theoretically slides right in there like that. And then this housing goes over it, and we put the port on, and we have ourselves an underwater housing. Very cool. And then we got some other stuff. An extra O-ring. O-rings are important, and as I talked about in other videos, it's very important to maintain your O-rings. Keep them lubricated and clean, those kind of things. Very important. What else do we have? We have zoom rings. What this is you gotta have a way to control your focus and or your zoom. And so Aquatica does it with these zoom rings. These go on the lens itself. They're specific to the lens, so you wanna make sure you get the right one for the lens. What it does is it basically goes on over the lens. There's gears and things in the housing that touch this thing that allow you to maneuver the lens. So these are very important, get the right ones. Boom, boom. Pretty cool, something simple, but this is the cap for your port for storage. You don't want dust and things getting in a port. There's not a real easy way to clean inside there. So you have to get one of these bad boys to cover your port. I highly recommend it. So this is our port extension. And what this is, this allows us to accommodate a specific lens. So in this case, we're using a 16-35. It's a little bit longer lens. So what that does is it goes on the end of here before our port and allows the lens to work adequately. Important to get the right port adjustment. Boom. That's pretty much it, guys. I was really excited to get this today. Thought I'd go ahead and show kind of a quick video of the Housing Me unboxing and just kind of share a few tips. So again, a few things to consider when looking for an underwater housing for your DSLR camera is one, make sure it's an adequate housing for your camera. What happens is these cameras have button specific places. You have to have a very specific housing for it to work for that camera. Most housings are not universal to fit multiple cameras. So figure out what housing you need and then figure out what you want. I like Aquaticas, they work well. And again, usually it's an a la carte thing where you gotta get the housing and then you got the accessories for the specific lens which you're gonna use. So you wanna think all that through before you go out and buy your housing. Figure out, okay, what camera do you want? What lenses do you wanna use? And so on and so forth. And so hopefully we'll have some more videos specifically about this equipment, how it works and tips and so on and so forth. So if you're curious about that, please consider subscribing. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I'm Joe Kistel.